Okay, so what does unstandardized coefficient mean? Unstandardized regression coefficients indicate the change in actual scores or raw scores. The unit in this coefficient is same as the unit in the raw scores. Sometimes unstandardized coefficients is of the interest when a unit of a raw score is important, as it is. Well, for instance, the amount of dosage or medical treatment would be an example. Um, However, usually we are more interested in standardized coefficients because we like to compare the linear association with an outcome across multiple predictors. Well, let's interpret this as it is. For instance, we can say we can interpret these findings like this: 1 point change in our independent variable increased in how much? 0.633 points in dependent variable. Then we report our coefficient. B is an unstandardized coefficient, so 0.633, and then I would say point, yeah, 0 point, because sometimes it would go beyond 1, so we should put a 0 over there. And then standard error, two values over here. So over here, this 0.0633 is the actual values increased in the raw scores. The unit of this 0.633 is raw scores. However, let's think about this case. For instance, if we want to kind of predict weight using age and height, what is the unit of age? What is the unit of height? The unit of age is year, and unit of height is feet, right? Well, we could predict the weight using age and height. There will be some values like um, 1. So the coefficient of age is 1 and the coefficient of height is 1. What does this mean? 1 year change would increase 1 pound in weight. 1 feet change 1 pound in weight. However, 1 year change, 1 feet change. Does this really make sense to us? No, because those units are not comparable each other. Because let's say the feet, the range of feet would be way less than age because we would have like 1 to 100 or even beyond 100 because there's a like 120 years old grandma and grandpa, right? However, feet couldn't be beyond 100. It should be like less than 10 feet, right? Even like 8 or already it's 8 feet is already really high as well. So the range and the variance is not equivalent across the different um, variable which have different units. So in this sense, the comparing these two coefficient does not make sense. This is why we need our standardized coefficients. For this purpose, the standardized coefficients would be more useful and more meaningful um, measures of the linear associations between predictors and outcomes because the standardized coefficients have the same unit, mean equals 0 and standard deviation equal 1.